Hello, it's Rachel, and today we'll be going through the third part series of goal setting. And I'm just going to share my screen. Hang on. So, it's about determining your why and the decision making question. All right. First and foremost, why is the why so important? When you have a strong enough why, your how will really review itself. So, it doesn't matter if you don't know how to do a few things right now. Maybe you don't know about nutrition, maybe you don't know about how to exercise, but you really, 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 really want to get that, that gorgeous figure, that beach body, and you want to have it so, you could make your husband interested in you again, or you could get your first date, maybe that's your why. And the idea is if your why is strong enough, you're going to do whatever it takes to get the result that you want. So whatever it takes to learn how to exercise the right way, whatever it takes to learn how to eat the right way, you're gonna learn all these different new things, whether that's through your own self-learning, whether that's through a coach, through trial and error, things like that. When your why is strong enough, it keeps you motivated and it keeps you driven towards that goal, that outcome that you want. And it also gives you conviction, which is a really, really, really strong kind of, it's a little bit like passion, but it's not quite um passion's usually kind of short. So it's kind of stumped in terms of its growth. But if you want like prolonged kind of effects of drive and motivation, then that's kind of like conviction. And so there's different ways to think about it. There is moving away from pain, there's moving towards pleasure. And you need to apply these to all your goals. So usually when you think about, for example, you want to get rich. So what would getting rich, for example, getting your first million, like what would getting your first million or even getting your first six figures, get you? Maybe you could move out of the house that you're renting, which you might be sharing rent with 20 other individuals who you don't even like. And you might be, having like bad, what do you call it? Bad roommates or bad housemates or whatever the case is, people who, don't respect you. And you feel that, moving away, getting your own apartment or unit would be helpful in your growth and in your life because it make you happier. And it could also, by changing your environment, it could also make you more successful in certain ways as well. And you could also think of moving towards pleasure. So, for example, your goal is to have, let's say, a high-rise, unit in a high-rise apartment. Yeah. So, as of the moment, maybe you're just renting a little room in like a three-room flat with your friends, but you know that that's your goal and that's the thing that's gonna give you a lot of pleasure. You're gonna feel so free, staring at like the vast skyline and like all the buildings, and it's gonna be so beautiful at night. And that's kind of pleasure that you're moving towards. So you want to apply this to all goals, including like health. Say for example, you want to gain, your beach body, kind of like pleasure, or you want to move away from pain, which could be like, it could be overweight and wheezing, and you just want to get more energy, you don't want to wheeze no more. And it could be in relationships where, for example, for my case, moving away from pain would be, you know, um, not like getting rid, but like not being as close to the friend who used to, not treat me properly, um, and was really possessive. And moving towards pleasure could be finding a new relationship. It could be like looking for love for like your soulmate. Things like that. And this is seven layers. Well, seven plus layers really, because not everyone gets to the core reason by question seven, but it's a seven layers of why kind of deep exercise, and this is the link. I've also left the link down in the description below. So if you want to have a look, it basically has all the questions that you want to ask yourself, so you can find out what is exactly your core reason? What is your conviction? What is your drive? What is your why? What's the deepest why that you've got that's gonna bring you to where you want to be? And what's the deepest why that's gonna keep you motivated every single day, no matter what you face, whether it's a shitty day, whether it's a great day, it doesn't matter because you're still doing it because you got a deep conviction, you got a deep why. All right. And in that document, I've also been kind of vulnerable with you guys. So I've also shared my answers to this question that I've done last year, and it hasn't really changed, honestly. It's mainly because of my grandmother that I'm doing all of these, and I really want to share, my journey with all of you. So the 7 layers of why, just check it out. And if you find it helpful, remember to comment down below, give me a like, subscribe, and share. And anyway, moving forward, we've also got the decision-making question. So this is basically a question that you want to ask yourself every single time when, let's say, someone asks you to do something, or let's say that you choose to do something or you choose not to do something, and you want to ask this question: is what I'm doing right now getting me closer to or further from my goal of blah? So, for example, if you want to get that beach body and you're just lounging on the couch eating potato chips, is what you're doing right now getting you closer or further to your goal of getting a beach body? That's probably going to be further away. But if let's say that you want to get your beach body as the goal, and you are currently doing, going to the gym and going to exercise, or just exercising at home, doesn't really matter, watching YouTube videos to exercise, is what you're doing right now getting you closer to or further away from your goal of a beach body, then that will be much closer to, which is a good thing. So anytime that the question gives you the answer of further away, you want to stop and stop doing those things if you could. If not, just reduce the frequency or occurrences of those things as much as you can control. And if the answer is closer to, then you want to do more of these things so that it's going to bring you there. And always remember, it's about consistency, not intensity. So it doesn't matter, like, it's not gonna work if you're gonna do like 2 hours of exercise in one day and then not exercise for the rest of the 6 days per week. It always makes a lot more progress through half an hour each day of exercise. For example, half an hour on Monday doing like upper body, half an hour on Tuesday doing lower body. You rotate that, you do some HIIT, you do some yoga, things like that. That's gonna drive you closer to that health goal. All right, and finally, that is it. So like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you like this, and check out the document, as said, because I feel that it's really, really important that people find out their core reason why, and it's really important if you have a goal that you want to reach, that you find that core reason too, because once you find that core reason, you know that you're much, much closer to your goal, because it's definitely going to help you with your journey to get there. So if you want more tips on living out your best life and value-driven content, my social media links are up on the top right-hand corner of the page, and enjoy. Have a great day. All right.